Hello everyone. Welcome. Welcome to another episode of Ripster Daily Trade Recaps and Teachings. All right guys, very nice day, very nice day. Proud of today because we executed in a very well day. We shorted the market, we longed NVDA, and when we exited timely on our longs, we shorted the semiconductors, and overall the way we navigated through the market was very good. I would like to teach some things about the lotto options today, or maybe I can cover it tomorrow. But anyways, before I started, let's do a quick introduction, guys. All these recaps, trades, and teachings are from any trades I share on Twitter, like I shared an NVIDIA idea on Twitter today as well, or any trade ideas that I trade personally, or if I'm not trading, any trade ideas that I'm guiding the community through. These trades are from that. Every morning my team, we create a game plan for the day. Whether it's a swing trade, day trade, investing, we always follow a repeatable process. And this was our game plan for the day. You can see Snow, the VFC, ELF, RL, all was on our the watch list, MDT, NVIDIA, Apple, among others. So these were our setups. These were support and resistance pivots, how to play them based upon these game plan. We go into the day based upon this game plan, and accordingly we execute. So these were our game plans. We will go through those, the ones which I guided the community through, and we will talk about them, how they panned out. And reason we have all these systems, every day you see that because we work with a system, and system works so nicely. When the play works, it works, right? So that's why you see a lot of winning trades, a lot of winning pros, because it's of the system. It's not because of me. And I'm not taking all the trades, right? I focus on the few trades personally, but somebody's taking something else, somebody's taking something else, as you will see. But I want to show you my time-stamped guidance, but I was telling everyone, right? So personally, for me, NVIDIA was a big one today. Okay, let's go to the so we also share what we call as Ripster day 2 day 3 strategy. This I cover this in our day 2 day 3 webinar, how to play that. So PDD was one of our day 2 day 3 setup, which we executed in the community today. So we'll talk about that as well. In addition, we also share what we call as Ripster daily levels. We share these levels, support and resistance, with the community, and so that they can use the Ripster clouds to trade them. Remember, we always use a repeatable process, repeatable setups. People have been using the system I teach. Thousands of traders across the world use it to trade consistently, as you can see on my website or other feedback. So that's what we use every day in our community as well. So with all that, we get ready in the market open. I'm on the voice first few hours. Today I was on the voice most of the day, and I guide everybody through the trades, what we are looking at, and risk reward, how to manage the trades. So that's what we do every day, guys, and that's introduction. Let's start with the first play of today. All right, the first time I'm going to start the recap talking about SPY QQQ. Right before I go here, look at the individual daily candles. Look at the SPY candle. Look at the QQQ candle. What a bearish candle today, bearish engulfing candle. And everybody was expecting a big run up day because NVIDIA did good, but it happened opposite. Everybody was selling the news. Semiconductors, everybody was selling the semiconductors, so QQQ was obviously weak. But then the financials were weak, so SPY was breaking down, right? Crypto was weak, so everything was weak. And we were on the right side of the trade whole day, right? I will try to show you my timestamped guidance on the SPY QQQ. And even if you go on Twitter, I will show you my you will see that how I told everybody since the morning the process. Okay, let me just go first on the Twitter and I'll show you, right? So this was the morning. Let's go back here. So this was the morning. I said SPY QQQ heavy, and I think I had another tweet as well. Let's see where it was. So when it was breaking down, right? When it was breaking down and SPY filling the gap, QQQ is almost breaking the clouds. You see there, SPY is breaking the clouds. In community, I was much earlier trade, but then here we go. Fade, gap fill. That's how you make money. Your puts probably 100% or whatever. And then there was a midday bounce, and we rejected the clouds. Ripster labels still bearish. So there's still more chance to short here. You short here on the pops, you short here, or you start a shorter on the bear flag. And guess what happens next? Right here, boom, flush, 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 bear flag breakdown, breaks here, goes here, again 3450 reject, midday reject, fade, 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 right? So that was the whole day. Market never even got our Ripster 3450 cloud. It had tested here, it tried to go here and flush, flush, flush. So morning, since morning the market has been like that. And let's go into the community and see what was my guidance. Initially I told everybody SPY QQQ heavy. You see, whenever there's a gap, right, whenever there's a gap, there's always a risk of gap fill. Understand that. So that was the gap on SPY that was filled, bounced, then again, unless it's over 3450, it's still a bearish, it's still bearish. And you know that VIX has been bouncing. Always keep track of VIX. If I go to my levels, right, so if I go to my levels, support was SPY was 532, and VIX breakout was 12, and you see that once that pivot was gone, SPY was fading all day. Once VIX broke out of 12, and SPY was fading all day. So we provide all those tools to our traders in the community how to trade that, right? You can take those and you can trade that. If you just traded SPY QQQ today, you were done for the day. You didn't really need to trade anything, and there was no longs there. I don't even like these bounce longs. We don't trade there. Maybe we trade this 512 bounce, but no, the real trade is this sell off, sell off, sell off. Right? So you see here SPY in the gap, SPY QQ bearish, full gap fill, boom, right? The first trade. Then midday, SPY bullish 512 curls, and then SPY 3450 reject. You see my comments here? SPY 3450 reject. Nice short scalps, IWM short, SPY short, short everything, because tech is weak, semis are weak, financials are weak. And then we short, short, short until we hit 525s, we hit 452s, and I saw a buyer. I saw a buyer at 315, and we bounce from here. I personally don't scalp it, but if you want to scalp it, because I could read the tape and I could see the buyer. So the point here is when trying to teach is we follow the system. There's a short entry here, there's a short entry here, there's a short scalp here. And because we were breaking first in the gap, VIX was going higher, then breaking yesterday lows, all these are the pivots to enter short. And that's why you will see how we were short AMD, ARM, Meta, because we all day I'm watching this market. It's on my screen share, because we were short, because we were bearish on the market. So that's why we were short everything, because we watched this, right? This is what you watch all day. And I just showed you on Twitter how we watch it, right? So there is no magic, nothing. You just need to know the trend. These bounces are B minus longs. We don't really want that. There's not really consistent money making on these bounces. Yes, we were looking for a 3450 curl. We are looking for 3050 curl, so that market turns bullish and maybe we get some reversals, but we did not get that. We never got the confirmation, right? So that's why so many traders were short in the market, in community today. We were shorted, 30. You look here, RKS shorted from 3450 rejection. Japan dude was short, AMD, Micron, Tesla, short, short, short. I don't let anybody get against the trend under my watch. Yes, we lose, we have losing trades, but they are not big, they are small, and they're with the trend. So Donkey was short, Honit was short Qualcomm, Steve was short AMD. Everybody was short in the community today. SMCI was a short because market was the weak, right? So those were the trades today, and we will discuss the individual names as we go forward. Beautiful trade on SPY QQQ, multiple 100% on the puts, multiple trades on the short side. Great day. All right. Now we go to the big one for today, NVDA. All right, guys. So I don't think I really need to talk too much about it, because if you watched my yesterday's video recap, I gave you the plan. I gave you the plan versus 1000, right? And then that 1020 breakout. And I even tweeted about it. So let's go back and see, what was the plan. So let me show you. Let me see if I can go back. and show you the complete plan from the morning how we traded that. So let's go here. Okay, so this was my morning tweet. Of course, some I try to sometimes share with others so that they can learn. Of course, most of my focus in the community, but I still try to share a lot of ideas with my followers so that they can learn. So this was the plan, guys. 1024, the breakout 9. This was the dip levels, 1009.75. That was the plan. No go under the clouds. And you all know by end of the day we were at 1050, which was my target. Multiple 50% options, and if you were just trading shares, there were $30 per share profit, and risking what, maybe $10 per share, and that's one risk too many reward. So that's how you do it. All right, here you go. There you see my timestamp, right? Scalp long, small size, right? Range, not confirming the breakout, might go sideways. Then I told everyone, added more into my position. You see there, right? Because, and I gave this guidance in the pre-market how to trade it, and I was already up on the 56% on my lotos, and it hit further when it pushed higher. I was like 80% on, or later in the day, right? So that's how we do it. So we were already breaking out. That was a $10 breakout. Then we go into slow flag, slow grind. Now if you are having options and it's pulling back and you are losing a lot of value, that's you. NVIDIA is following the system. How you size into the option trades, that's up to you. Somebody in the community he sized up his full account 10 grand into lotos, and when NVIDIA pulls back, he's panicking like, Rip, what should I do? What should I do? That's your problem. That's why I tell everyone, size small. If in the options, look for 50% gains rather than sizing big and looking for 5% gains. Why are you sizing $10,000 in the option lotos which you cannot afford? Yes, somebody with $5 million account may afford that lotto because lotto is 100% risk. Anyways, that guy ended up not lose much because we were guiding him in the community, and we went to 150. But here's what I'm trying to show you. We have the trend. Pullback, this is the ad. This was the breakout ad. Breakout retest ad. Then I told everyone it's flagging. There you go. 1050 was the first target, right? 1047. 1050 target met. There was a wall there and we hit 1053, 1056. 30 points from the morning breakout idea that I gave everyone. And then we shorted it. I told everybody in the community to exit, and there was this short was like a 20-point short and good for the options. When the system, there was no reason to cut all along when the system and the trend line was holding. Yes, you cut here, and then you add the retest. And I told everybody there's a retest coming, and that was the retest. This teaching of retest, this is where it bounced and bounced again, 13 points, guys. So that's how you trade all day. So that was my guidance whole day in the community, right? I just showed you everything, but you can pause the screen. You can see how I guided everybody from pre-market, from starter, add more starter position, add more position, and all the way to 1063, guys. Right? How many points was that? That was a $40 per share, 100% on the options. Yeah, if you lose on this long, that is on you. That's not the stock's problem. Stock is it's going all day. You did not follow the system, right? So if you panicked, you are adding, you panic, you stop out, stock is still going. If you couldn't make money when the stock is around $40, then some problem with you. It's easier with the shares. I stress more on options because that's where a lot of people are losing money. With the shares, it's easy guidance. I tell everybody long here, stops here, follow the clouds. Not a big deal. We do that all the time. But for the options, that you will lose a lot of your money and you will lose everything you have if you do not follow the proper risk reward. So follow that. So anyways, guys, so this is how you trade. This is how we trade in NVIDIA. Everything timestamped. Other day somebody was saying, hey Rip, how are you sold your ideas winning ideas? Because we follow the system. I have a high probability system which works. And I show my trades. I show my positions many times. Losing positions, winning positions. But if the system is working, it's working. You don't fight that. So guys, that was NVIDIA today. Pause the screen. You can review everything I talked about NVDA whole day, and see how we did. See my time-stamped comments on every target. 1050, 1060, we got all those targets, guys. Beautiful trade. Let's go to the next one. All right, guys, the next one we're going to talk about is ELF. ELF, E-L-F, ELF. So ELF, what was the game plan on ELF? ELF was long for us all day. Let's go look at the game plan for ELF. I'm going to go a little quickly here, trying to get the video out early today. So ELF, our resistance was 166. The support was 159.50, 156. Bullish to neutral, under 160 area, no longs. Over 160, we stay long. So I saw ELF pushing. I liked it. I told everybody long as per game plan. 185 first target log sum, second target 188, and third target 190. All of our targets met on ELF. You can pause the screen, watch my timestamp guidance, and see how the stock moved. And when it breaks 512, I told everybody exit it, and that was another short from 188 all the way to $188 per share short. 185 puts went 100% on that fade, guys. So you see that long idea and the short idea as per the system. Midday 512 break short. Beautiful setup. So let's go to the next one. Next one we're going to talk about is snow. So snow, we cut our position before the earnings, and snow was a short. I told everybody to short right at open, and it hit 156, right? So that was a $10 per share short, and then it gave another opportunity for us to short and right under here, right? So it was curling, so the curl didn't work, but there was another short, right? So that was a beautiful trade, all day short on snow, from the morning short analysis. And here was my pre-market plan on snow. Bullish to neutral, no long under 168, gap fill under. I gave this plan to everybody before the market opens, and you see there was a gap fill right here on the snow, and then there was a further fade down, and then there was a bear flag breakdown. All day short, beautiful trade in the community, love it. All right, let's now look at PDD. So PDD was a loser yesterday, but today it gave us the money back. Why? Because PDD was my day 2 setup, one of my top day 2 setups, 146, 149.27 resistance. When I saw it moving over the clouds, I told everybody PDD day 2 long. And from that day 2 long, PDD went on to hit 160 from my call out right at 150 versus 150 psychological level. $10 per share long on PDD. Beautiful long time step guidance. And if you want to learn more about them, I did a free webinar. If you missed it, go check the annual webinar and you will find out how to trade these on your own. All right, let's talk about Meta now. So there were few stocks which were fading with the market today, right? So Meta was one of them. It was fading with the market. It was a morning short at 34.50, because if you see the Meta support I gave everyone in the morning, once it was broken 471, right here, then it faded to 465, and look where it bounced, right? I gave the support of 465, 65. That's where it bounced, and then it gave another short later in the day because the market was fading. So just like I discussed with you guys today, right? So that was a nice short trade as well, Meta, in the community. Let's look at SMCI now, guys. SMCI was pretty straightforward. So SMCI was initially a long, but initially a long, you see it pushed from 928 all the way to 970, and then it broke 512. That's when I told everybody breaking 512, cut lotos, can pull to 900, and then a lot of traders in the community shorted that versus 900 all day fade. One of the most beautiful trade in the community today. SMCI short. Our system told us when to cut, we don't look back. You see how we long and how we short, all with the system. Beautiful trade. I'm going to quickly recap few other shorts we did in a community. There was AMD short, right? Why was it short? I already explained it to you, right? And then because the long was not working, so it was a all day short. We realized that long is not going to work then, but but it was a short when it broke the EMA Clouds. So AMD long was a loser, but the short paid much more. Look here, my targets, all targets met, right? So other shorts, let's look at some other shorts as well. So some other shorts that we did was ARM. So you can look at the ARM level here. So ARM level was 115.75, 111.65. Once that was gone, ARM was a short. I already explained it to you guys with the SPY QQQ why the semiconductors were short. Another short idea on the semiconductor was ASML in the community. So I told everybody to short the ASML right here when it was breaking this cloud right here. From the 960 short idea, it went 927.50. That was, my friends, almost $40 per share short. Beautiful idea in the community. Big winner, huge winner, ASML and ARM. There was another loser in the community today, that was LULU. So LULU was day two showing me strength, but then it gave up, and and then I told everybody get out. So LULU was a loser in the community today, did not work. So there was another winner, another trade in the community was MDT short. Let's go back, look at the game plan. So MDT game plan today was, bear short the pops. I told everybody short the pops. And as soon as the market opened, you see this support and resistance 84.50, 85.50, 85.90. Once it broke that, I knew it's going to fade, right? Every day I show you this setup, gap down and fade. So MDT was all day short, told everybody to short right at open. Beautiful trade. It was over $4 per share profit on MDT. All right, trying to keep the video short, so I'm just going to cover one more. That was Boeing today. So Boeing was all day short for us in the community, right? It was basically, so Boeing was a short when we were, let's go up to our market play levels. So Boeing was 184, 185. Those were the Boeing support levels that we were watching, because for the short. And then once those levels were gone, Boeing was weak, right? So I was on the voice, I was telling everybody Boeing is short. Then the news hit. Then the news hit on Boeing, and that was our news bot, which told about Boeing, whatever it was. What was the news? I don't remember. So yes, here you go. All the news on Boeing, you see 1053, 1051, and the news hits, and then boom. After that, Boeing faded $10. So many opportunities to make money, guys. So many opportunities to make money. I love what we do in our community, and hopefully Twitter followers also made money with the NVDA and SPY QQQ ideas today in the community. All right, guys, that's enough for today. Thank you so much. If you want to trade with me, join my community. We are running the Memorial Day weekend promo right now. Come for guidance, for a community of with trading, education, and ideas. Do not come for alerts. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye bye.